can you break down the look for me? What's the inspiration you're bringing to the table? The sunflower theme? I'm bringing the sunflower. I mean, it's a joyful moment. We're at the live shows, which takes the pressure off me from having to send people home and watch them cry on TV. It's been a crazy season. I mean, how many four-chair turns did I get? It's insane. Everyone's so talented. And how do you even choose between such diverse kinds of talent? So here we are, and I have some amazing performances tonight. I can't wait to share them. They're going to be mind-blowing. I'm also excited to see everyone's team because they're all so good. That actually leads to my next question. I've talked to Reba and Michael, but I want to know who's the coach to beat. Drop a name for me. Well, to be honest, everyone has someone they want. But it's too late for me now. I'm not getting any of them. I've always thought Michael's team was incredible. He's been picking all the amazing people. And then there's Snoop, who sometimes picks someone and you think, why that person? But then they turn into a superstar. Reba's the same. She'll turn around for a one-chair turn and suddenly she has this powerhouse. Everyone hears something different, which is what makes the show so exciting. We all bring a different perspective and we learn from each other. Now that we're in the live shows, things are going to be even more shocking. The contestants have production behind them and a ton of experience. They become stars overnight. It's super cool to watch. Let's talk about your playoff advisor, MGK. That must have been so fun. I actually ran into him at a show Blake was playing with Post Malone in Nashville. I saw him from a distance, and he's super tall. Being from Ohio, I felt like I had to go say hi. So I did. It's hard to track people down when they're on tour, but I thought maybe he'd be down to help me. We took a picture together, so that counts. We're besties now. It's cool because we were working with some of the same writers. I've got a new album out, and it turns out he was writing with some of the same people. It felt like a full circle moment. I talked about him with one of my writers, Nick, and I felt like I had to go up to him because I knew him, you know? And now he's my advisor, so it's like the universe lined up. By the way, have you been able to text him congratulations on the baby news? I haven't yet. I think I have his number, but I couldn't find the text. He probably knew the news before I did. But of course, he couldn't say anything. A baby is always such an exciting thing. Now, let's talk about your new music bouquet. Tell me a little about it. What can fans expect? This album is just something I had to get out. It felt like one of those things that was just inside me, begging to be shared. Honestly, I didn't even know if I was going to do new music again. In 2020, I started fantasizing about it, and sometimes I feel like the universe just gives me wild ideas. Like, you need to go into the studio. At first, I felt guilty about it. Why guilty? Because I have such a full life. And I kept thinking, do I really want to go back to the studio and do this? It's a big-time commitment, writing a record about yourself and then promoting it. It takes a lot of selfish time. As a mom, it felt like I couldn't justify it, but I wanted it so badly, almost like when you can't get your nails done, and then suddenly you have to. This record felt like that. It's been so fun to share it, though, because it feels like a confession, and once you get it out, it's healing. And to that point, what will fans hear from you on this album that they haven't heard before? I think it's just the next chapter of my life. It's about everything I've been through over the last few years. Healing, finding love for the first time, and experiencing what that feels like. It's like an out-loud love story. It's a feel-good album. I don't think it fits into any one genre. It's not confined to one style. I've always explored different musical genres, and I'm so lucky for that. But this album has a nostalgic, organic feel. It reminds me of the music I loved when I was a kid. It's live, and it's about storytelling. I really hope people listen to it. It's exciting every time someone does. I almost said no doubt, no pun intended. I hated myself immediately. How ridiculous. All right, I've got to let you go. Fill in the blank. It's not Christmas without Blake. He makes it feel like Christmas?